It's connecting. Now it's recording.
There it is. It's live. Not really. It's pre-recorded.
Can we do this live? Is there a way to do it live?
I mean, if we put it on Facebook as a live video, that could be possible. It'd be a very special episode.
Yeah, I guess maybe we can do that when we start doing like other guests, maybe.
I don't know. Let's talk to our team about it. We've got a team.
A whole team.
We've got a team. Anyway, this is the Us episode. I don't know if anyone notices. We don't have a special guest because the next members of Bright Invention that we're talking to is ourselves.
That's it. So we're going to be cross-interviewing each other.
Yep.
In a relaxed format, of course.
Relaxed, messy. It's nice. We like it. Hey, Eric, how'd you get into improv?
Wow, you just right in there. Not even a segue.
Nope.
Well,
didn't even warm you up.
Well, seeing as though this is episode 5, people should know who we are by now.
Yeah. So, if you don't, what have you been doing? Who are you?
How did I get into improv? When I was in Amsterdam, I read a book by Neil Strauss, The Game. And he said one of the things you can do to kind of get yourself out of an introverted state is to take an improv class. So when I got back, I signed up for an improv class at FIT with the glorious teacher, Christian Shear. And then after that, we formed a improv group with my friends, Chris, Zeus, and Matt. And then there was some behind the music shit happening there, and the group broke up. It's a great story for another time.
I'm saying I want to do a whole behind the music episode about that.
We need this like the slow motion walk in the music.
Yeah.
And someone's like passed out somewhere.
Yeah, parts are randomly in black and white to make it dramatic.
I gotta like stand on a bridge. That was one of the things, and that's when I thought. Then just cuts, and then it goes back to like me being a kid or something.
Yeah.
But
relevant flashbacks, like.
And after that, I didn't do improv for a while. I think we were going to like the Great Room, doing it there, with my good friend Kaylee Liggett. Kaylee, she's a fit instructor. And then Bright Invention, I saw that come across Facebook, and I was like, yeah, let me try this out. And I didn't know what long form is, since I have no real formal acting or improv training except for the one class.
You're just that good.
I'm not going to say that, but...
That's why I'm saying it.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, just growing up, like you had to be quick because you'd be giving each other crap, and you got to be able to fire
absolutely
quick. So I guess that's where it comes from. It feels natural, but... Yeah, now I'm in Bright Invention, and I'm digging this long form thing. Is more acting. It's opened up a couple of, opportunities to be in plays and stuff like that. So
absolutely, like doing Shakespeare with you, which is a blast.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. I never thought I'd be able to do something like that.
For people that don't know, Eric and I last summer, Eric joined Shakespeare in the Summer, which is co-produced by Bright Invention and Pulley and Buttonhole Theater Company, and it's outdoor Shakespeare in the summer, hence Shakespeare in the Summer. Duh. But the cool thing about it is that it is original practices, which is basically you come in knowing your lines, and that's it. The blocking and most everything else is improvised. So it is another kind of form of crazy improv stuff. I was going to say most things are improvised because fight choreography has to be pre-done. That's just
you can't wing swinging around swords. Even if they're not sharp, you can't wing that.
They're still metal. That's...
And you don't have to wear like the frilly like things around your neck or the big corsets.
That's just low budget. That's the costumes come from us, which I also just love.
I love it.
I like wearing many hats. Yeah, I get to wear my little costume designer hat and my makeup designer hat and all that stuff doing that. So
yeah, I'm enjoying that. So I'm not even going to offer up a segue. Let's just go right into it. Shea, how did you
Eric.
get into improv?
I have done theater kind of classes and camp my whole life, and there's always been like we're having an improv day of that as long as I can remember. But I only really seriously got into improv in college because I just randomly decided to audition for an improv group. And that ended up completely shaping my life for the next 4 years, because I came in as a wee little baby freshman theater major who did not know anyone except for I went to college with a bunch of people I went to high school with anyway, which is funny. So I had those like 4 people.
Arts high school?
No. I went to a private school on the main line. Very
Okay.
but feeds into lots of people. But yeah, anyway, I got into an improv group as a very sheltered baby little freshman. Improv group, they were the first, they just thoroughly corrupted me in the best way possible, first of all. But I mean this in like the most loving way, and something I loved about my kind of college experience and environment was how caring and supportive the kind of party scene was, in a way, where, a lot of, college party horror stories is like, seniors taking advantage of freshmen of this or that, freshmen puking, but nope. I was adopted by seniors in the improv group. They made sure I drank, but also went, drink it, bitch, but also make sure you're drinking water, and you have to have a full stomach. Make sure you're eating. Don't take Tylenol, take Advil, but drink it, bitch. And so it was very, very loving. I got into an improv group.
That's a lovely form of peer pressure. Like that's one they don't talk about on like movies and stuff.
Right, yeah. It's very much the opposite of like, this is like kind hazing.
Yeah.
Is all I can really put it with, which is, yeah, they're gonna haze you, but like everyone's super concerned about your safety. Yeah. Which is also just,
we're gonna make you put these candles up your butt. But are you allergic to beeswax? We don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that sort of thing. Very caring.
So wait, theater major to improv, and those things, I guess they kind of work together with that whole Shakespeare in the Summer thing, because that's what that was.
Yes. Yeah, which is also interesting because the comedy groups were not necessarily all theater majors. And I liked that as a balance, where like, yes, some people are clearly theater actory people, but then other people are just have otherwise nothing to do with the theater department at all, which kind of brings in more perspectives and different strengths. And I also like that about Bright Invention, that, yeah, we have, actors in the group, but then we have people that, do other things, like Suzanne and like you, but we're slowly kind of sucking you into the theater world.
We're just vagabonds you pulled off the street trying to introduce us to it. Yeah, it's like I never really met theater people like when I was at school, so
we're very insulated and culty.
So it is. I was studying the Broflovsky method. I'm like, cool. Yeah. I don't know who that is. It's like, is that a type of cheap vodka that we drink? And then, like, there's a whole nother world with this theater stuff. So I do respect it, because it's tough to act. It really is, and to seem believable. I mean, anybody can. We watched enough crappy not even B movies,
not even C movies.
C minus, a strong D plus.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, but boy, it was a solid D movie.
Maybe it was a B movie. Nothing. In case you're wondering, Butt Boy, it's an inside reference, but there's a movie on Amazon Prime called Butt Boy.
It's it's a journey.
It's the greatest and worst movie at the same time. It's about a guy that just puts things in his butt. It's not sexual though.
This is like Troll 2 levels of bad, but for grown-ups.
Yes.
It's
Yeah, and wait, there's like no sexuality in the movie at all. Just a guy sucking up things in his butt.
Well, I mean, it is for the guy, but it's just like it's not presented.
No, yeah, there's no eroticism.
I was gonna say, I was like, if anyone was taking screenshots of me, Amy, and Kirsten just on the side panel looking at the screen like
that's all
the whole time.
If you have Amazon Prime, just check it out and then leave a comment below what you thought of the movie. It is.
I want to read that comment section.
Yeah.
I want it. I hope that it's as good as the sugar-free gummy bear 5-pound bag.
Which is, please explain what that's about.
No, I will not. No,
Please,
people should just people should just read it completely unprepared.
So, sugar-free gummy bears.
5-pound bag.
5-pound bag.
Just read the comments.
Which is insane. And wait, who makes them?
Oh, okay. So they're not they're like knockoff Haribo, which explains it even more.
How do you have knockoff gummy bears? Either you're making gummy bears or you're not. All right, so you got
gummy bears.
Knockoff gummy bears, sugar-free gummy bears.
Yep.
And then
off-brand.
Off-brand.
That's
man. I guess you need some talent to do the sugar-free thing. I don't think you can just. Yep. That can't be your first foray into gummy bears.
It's some alchemy. It's at work there.
So you eat the gummy bears, and bad things happen to you.
Yep.
But yeah, what is it on? What do you check the comment section under? It's on
Amazon,
right? Yeah. So while you're watching Butt Boy, just open up another window and read comments about these gummy bears.
This is just.
This went off the rails.
I feel like it's overkill. Yeah, I was gonna say we went on a whole. We've left improv. This is what happens in shows too, where occasionally we'll end up with a poop show, and we don't call it a shit show because that would imply that it's bad. Yes. But it's not necessarily even a bad set. It just sometimes something comes over us collectively as an ensemble, and we end up doing a long form that is a very scatological long form.
But there's deep connections with it.
Yeah, it's not even bad. It's not even bad.
Yeah, it's not just it's not jokey like 80s teen movie poop where a guy's just having diarrhea all day. Like it's, we weave it in where, you care about.
I'm going to say something horrible. It'd be like, it's like a metaphor for emotional waste, man. No, it's not. No, we're just immature. It's just.
But everybody poops, so everybody can relate to.
It's why audiences like it too. Anyone who claims they didn't like that show is lying to themselves.
People do love a good poop show for some reason.
Everyone does.
We try not to do it like on purpose, but
sometimes it happens.
For some strange reason, it just makes its way over.
Like where we just went. We had no control over that. It happened to us.
Now that was a good segue. It went from, butt boy. Where else do you go from the butt?
Yep. Well, another dimension apparently, but that's spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert. Don't you gotta watch that.
Yeah. There's
I had a feeling this would go off the rails pretty quick.
It's us.
I didn't guess 20 minutes in, but
it's fine. What were we even talking about before? College improv, college comedy. But yeah, I learned a lot of improv where we did we did mostly kind of short form things, but also we did long forms. It wasn't like a Herald. We had our own very kind of loose montage, free form long form that we did, which I honestly love because the structure just kind of would change based on the needs of the show. And sometimes it's just random vignettes, and sometimes they're all in one universe. Sometimes it kind of turned into a mono scene. I loved that. I missed that. But yeah, it was very short form, long form, and then using improv to write sketches when we'd have certain shows, which is a whole other, that's just all I did I did so much devised theater.
Well, that's a good thing, right? And does that help you in regular life?
Oh, I mean, all the time. I mean, like, I could do a whole seminar about improv in life. So could Suzanne, probably.
Yeah, do you, I mean, like if you get to the market, are you using improv?
Anytime that anybody has a conversation that they're not reading out in front of them, that you're improvising. It's just having a conversation, which is, you know, the whole theater teacher saying acting is reacting, which is
Who's that person?
Every theater teacher that's ever existed, just an amalgamation.
They say it like that?
Yeah. I don't know. I think that was, what was that? That's the theater teacher from High School Musical.
That's okay. It sounds like I pictured that person like a beret and
shops at Soft Surroundings. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, that's, I guess, I don't want to say it comes natural, but I talk to different people every day. So.
Yeah. Customer service is improv.
So, like, you never know what you're going to hear. So you always got to validate it and then try to move it along.
Yeah.
Improv.
Yeah. And also, I mean, it's enforced yes-anding because most of the time you're literally not allowed to tell a customer no.
Yeah, you can't really say that's dumb. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Just stop talking right now.
Yep.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So it plays into our everyday. It's that simple. And that's why we're so good at it. We're the best at it. That's why we went last, because we had to prepare everybody for this.
Exactly, for our greatness. No, actually, Ben will be last of ensemble interviews, but he gets that as artistic director, best for last.
Yeah, we can. And it's a good send off for the cast, and then we'll move on to. I don't even know who we're supposed to be talking to.
I don't even know. So many people. We'll find people.
A lot of people in the improv community in Philly. That's how this.
I was gonna say. I was like, you and Suzanne have to look up your fit people. But Eric, I just thought so. Outside of improv, I know you also dabble in stand-up. So how does that? Stand-up is the one comedy that I'm utterly terrified of. So I just have infinite respect for anybody brave enough to do it.
I mean,
I'm so scared.
I'm not good. I'll be honest. I'm not good. But it's, at least in improv, you have your castmates to kind of save you.
Yeah.
But when you're on stage by yourself, oh boy, you just feel the. I did a joke about Kim Kardashian's butt one time and how it was something like a cake pop. And the room was so quiet. Like I heard like the ice melting in someone's glass and like it flipping around. And my face just got so hot. I was.
See, you're just. That
was it. Like
terrifying.
Like everything shrunk up into me, and I was like, "Yep."
But you did that and lived. Like you came out of the other side of that, and now nothing is scary.
Yeah, like that. Everybody has to eat their ass, not literally, but you have to lose at that. That's something you just have to keep doing over and over and over again until you get good enough, or you.
That's the difference. I feel like stand-up is kind of pinnacle comedy hard mode because where you can't break improv, you can break stand-up.
It's very easy.
You can do it wrong. Where improv, it's a lot more forgiving, and the whole point is you have a whole ensemble of people, or just at least a scene partner there to catch you.
Unless somebody
they're not there
attention.
To edit. Yeah, and then you're just
die out there.
Or everybody's just standing on the back line. You and your scene partner are panicking, and you kind of have like a quick glance over, and everyone's just kind of like, "What you gonna do next?" Which is horrible.
You can't break improv, but I tell you what you can break in this podcast to tell you about Bright Invention and some of the programs we offer. Can I tell you about our Instagram, our Twitter, our YouTube, and most importantly, our Patreon? check everything out. Like, check out the links below. There's merchandise as well, all designed by Miss Kirsten Adams, who's an amazing artist. And Shay's going to tell you about a few classes. Shay?
Oh, yeah. So we've got fall classes coming up, which you will also be able to see on our website under classes. They start at the beginning of October. I am personally co-teaching Improv Level 1 with Amy Goldstein. Go check out her episode if you want to see what she's about. And I'm also co-teaching Acting Out, which is our kind of improv-based theater class for young adults with various disabilities, and that I co-teach with Kirsten, and that's also a blast. There will also be Improv Level 2, I believe, and if there are any other classes, I'm blanking on it right now, but it's on the website, and definitely check them out.
Yes. And be sure to check us out September 12th, one day after Shay's and Ben's birthday, for our Sun and Planet show. It'll be right here. You don't have to venture out. If you're home on a Saturday night, where else are you going to be? So, hey, pull up your browser and take a look. We're also casting it on Facebook as well. So, hey, you know what? You don't have to download Zoom. You can go right to Facebook. Give us a
You
chat.
can do it. And also all of our classes for this fall semester will be online because, no in person.
I want to get sick from you.
Yeah. We're not trying to die out here. So,
So, thanks. Check out our social media.
Yep. Even better, you don't even have to leave your bed. You don't even have to put pants on. You can just be and still come to Bright Invention shows and participate in classes.
You're telling us too much now. But that's true. You just do, it's business up top, like they do in the NBA. They come out with the suit jacket and the tie, and underneath, they're just wearing shorts.
Yep, the Zoom mullet.
Yeah.
There it is.
Zoom mullet. Holy
shit. Business up top, party on the bottom.
Damn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what everybody's doing now. Anybody who has to do Zoom for work or for school.
Oh, absolutely.
Nobody's wearing appropriate pants.
No.
Why
and if you are, what is the point? Why are you doing that to yourself?
Like you iron pants for this? Like I can't even see you.
Yeah. No. Who are you trying to impress?
Just everything from the top up. I wouldn't even wear a whole shirt. I would have like the AC Slater shirt, the one that stops like above your belly button.
I'm like picturing like a Dickie Bow, like fake kind of like tux, just Magic Mike style.
It's just a poncho. It's just a little poncho with like just the top part of a suit. And I just lay it on top.
Yeah, just like
football pads, and that's it. I just put it on top.
Yeah,
good to go.
No one will know, except that now that you've told them.
Yeah, I mean, what's somebody gonna do? Hey, can you stand up so I can see if you're wearing pants? Like that's pretty invasive.
Okay, I bet there's like at least one kind of hard ass boss or teacher or professor that's like that, just like, let's have a dress code check. Everyone stand up, and this person is testing fate, and one of these days somebody's gonna have enough and just stand up.
Full Monty.
Yep.
just
to show them why that's a bad idea.
I'm gonna show up like Buffalo Bill and just tuck it in. Would you?
Oh God.
Yeah, this Zoom thing is I'm digging it. Like it's cool. Like we're at the point now where everybody has okay enough internet to be able to talk. Use video
for the most part.
It's okay
for the most part, because sometimes there's my internet likes to peter out, but it'll just kick me out of the Zoom repeatedly, which is
that's better
very
than
annoying.
Not being able than it being like a blurry video. Like even the blurriest video you can still hear pretty well in it, but yeah, I mean I could see this catching on even when stuff gets back to normal.
Oh man, it's, on the one hand, I miss going places, but on the other hand, oh man, I love not commuting to anything. That's fantastic.
Not being on the train, like getting on the L at like 11 o'clock at night. It's like Mad Max. It's like just like the dregs of society.
Yeah.
Like, it's scary. It's loud. It's like straight out of a movie.
Yep.
And then I'm like, I'm kind of happy about that. But I do miss going out. Going to get ramen, sitting inside.
Yeah, I miss going to inside restaurants. I haven't even gone to an outside restaurant.
No?
No, just takeout.
Well, you're outside Philly, so they have.
Yeah, they do. I just don't trust it. I don't. Because
you don't
I'm
trust
still
sitting outside.
Well, it's mostly like I still have to take my mask off to eat, and anybody that I'm gonna be hanging out outdoors with, I mostly just kind of hang out outside in somebody's backyard, and get takeout anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you are in a more comfortable environment. Plus, if
that is true.
Yeah,
and I just don't.
You can have your wine and not have to worry about driving back from the place or anything like that. And you can
if I'm hosting. I'm gonna say if I'm the host. Otherwise, no, still have to drive back from people's yards. But
I think that's garden parties and things like that are gonna be much better. Like a lot of 6-foot hosting. But there's a couple places near me, like right on the edge of the city, that have outdoor seating. Well, they do outdoor and indoor because they're not in the city, and it's jam packed every day after like 4 o'clock.
Oh, that's like I have a friend who lives in Brooklyn, and she said some kind of little outdoor park areas, they've sectioned off like 6-foot, 6x6-foot plots of land, and you pay money to rent it by the hour.
Oh my God.
And they've also have it set up that you can order like Uber Eats to your little plot of outdoor space. But I'm just like, oh, this is. This is like late capitalist dystopia.
Well, wait a minute, as if you don't pay enough money to live in New York.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the other thing.
$50 out of you, just so you can have like a park date with your partner or whatever.
Yep.
That's dirty.
She told me, I'm like, that's horrible.
It's a private park or the public, like
no, like a public, like a public place. But it's basically you rent out. It's like renting a room at the library in college, where you or renting out like a computer cubicle.
You reserve it, but you gotta pay. I don't remember. It says, "Hey, be here."
Oh, not for library.
Yeah, but they're making you pay to go to a public park.
Yeah. To be guaranteed a bubble of personal space, I guess. Because it's like you can wander around free, but you're not in a socially distant bubble.
But you can't sit down.
Right.
So I'll walk around with a bowl of pho.
I think there's I'm sure there's like lawn chairs and like a little table in the 6-foot, in the 6x6-foot outdoor space bubble, but
it sounds like prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't.
You know what restaurant could open up indoors if this restaurant still exists? Do you ever hear of Pod?
No.
Oh, it's a restaurant. It's in the city, in Philly. And I went there once as a kid, but like the gimmick of it is instead of in a room with all these other tables, I mean, they have a section like that, but their pod thing is that there's like pods, so it's your group, your table, and you're in this little individual room that is a white plastic bubble, except it has lights in it, so you can turn it colors.
Oh, that sounds good. That sounds cool.
I know. I'm like this experience was wasted on me as a kid. I want to come back as a grown up. And also, this is the restaurant where I'm like, oh, yeah, you totally, okay, they could open up indoors because they have the little, like, tables are in little plastic bubbles anyway.
This place looks dope.
Right? I was going to say, I'm like, I see screens reflected in your anime glasses. Are you looking at it? Is it still open? Does it exist?
It says closed. Hold on.
Oh, I mean, it could be just at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I'd be really sad if it's gone because now is the time for that gimmick.
Bam, we'll just do that real quick for the...
Oh, you're screen sharing. There it is. Oh my God. It still exists. There it is.
Look at that.
It's exactly what you'd think it'd be. It's an Asian fusion place.
We want to see pictures of it. Boom. See photos.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where are the little pod rooms? See, that's like the main dining room, but the individual pod rooms, like you see all the like the colored lights, so you're in a room where it's just that. You want to see a picture of the pods? Also, looks like a future restaurant.
It does look something out
Like
of
this looks
Space
like,
Odyssey.
yeah, I was like, this is
Oh, so like this room right here.
yes, that exactly that. So yeah, so you're in a booth with a table in a plastic pod, and this is the future of indoor dining,
I could deal with this.
right?
That's cool because you can have your own personal dinner and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm digging that.
So there it is.
Check that out.
Here's an accidental commercial for Pod.
Well,
Sponsor us.
Yeah, please send us some food.
Yeah. We'll react to the menu that I haven't had since I was a child at some point.
Have us do a show there. I'll yuck it up for some dumplings.
Right? I'm like, now I can have the drink menu. And as a kid, I was just like, I'm in a Star Trek restaurant. Which is, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely looks like a Starfleet mess hall in there. I'm all about it.
I'm digging it. Maybe when all this is over, they'll have people back inside. And aren't we supposed to be talking about more improv? I mean, we are. We're just going off on tangents.
That's what improv is.
That's what improv is. But
I don't know.
Focused. And we're yes-anding. That's the most important thing.
We're going where the impulse takes us.
Yes. And
impulse of the scene.
That's well, I'm most looking forward to doing the show next week. We're finally getting the hang of doing virtual shows. Yeah,
we're kind of over the hump with it.
We're getting our vibe together. So it's so important to have, like, you're not just saying lines to each other. I don't know. In theater, can you just go through completely emotionless and just say blah, 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 and the other person just says line, like with no emotion whatsoever?
I've seen it happen and it's bad, but yeah.
So it's quite like with improv, you got to be invested somewhere.
Yeah.
You got to know what the hell's going on.
Which is, you have to be paying attention because you're going to get surprised. That's the point. And
when you don't pay attention, you really notice it because you forget names.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen people's name change 3 times.
Oh, in a scene, or if it's, or sometimes just a whisper down the lane of names where it's like somebody's name just kind of transforms over the course of a scene, or that just becomes the game of the scene.
Just Carol to Karen to Kathy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and then change that person's name every time.
Just make it the game.
Yeah. Then that's how you cover for that mistake once you notice it's happened.
We're telling secrets. I don't know if we should be telling shop secrets.
I'm gonna say improv advice. If you've put yourself in this hole, here's a way to get out.
Yeah, if you call your coworker or your wife or husband the wrong name, just keep doing it. Okay. And then they be like, okay.
Once we just figure out how to get like a screen, like a text scroll over the video, I just one of these days just make a list of X and Z words. Feel like if you're ever caught playing the alphabet improv game, here's just thesaurus of the letter X.
Alphabet's a game where you start with a random letter with 2 people, and then you have to progress through the alphabet, and every sentence has to start with the next letter. So yeah. We start with R. It's like, really? You come here and you bring that cow?
Yeah.
And then
sure, I'm gonna bring that cow wherever. And then you go through the letters.
And then you get to the 2 words. I would say the 2 worst letters, X and Z.
And it's the same person.
The same person gets both letters.
So mean.
And there's X-ray is always always one. I say it's a cop out. You can't say xenophobia because it just doesn't.
Yes, you can. I
wouldn't start a sentence with xenophobia.
What if you're calling someone out really hard and you just have to exclaim it?
You just point it?
Yeah, just like a YouTube comment.
Just all caps.
Just yell it. Yeah, all caps.
All caps. just to let them
Yeah,
know.
no. Be like, let's just have a scroll of text, just X words.
So, like, if you know you're going to get those, you should start trying to steer it in a place. Probably like some place with animals, so you can use zoo for zebra.
Yeah.
What else starts with Z?
See, this is why I want to have a scroll of text.
Z word.
Making its way down. Zook. Oh, but everyone's using Zooms.
Zooms?
Zounds. I don't know. It's a word that shows up in Shakespeare a bunch. There's an exclamation. And I'm like, is it Zoons or Zounds?
Zound? Like, I thought that was like a comic book thing, like when Batman punches you, and that's the sound that comes out of you.
There it is. There's another one. That's fine.
That's okay.
What if you just start initiating zip zap zop?
I can, yeah.
Except then the person can't participate.
You have to say zip app bop. Yeah. That can work.
There's a cop-out. We're just giving lists of cop-outs. No, but that's part of the fun, is steering yourself into a trip-up.
Yeah, it's fun to get caught in these awkward situations once you're comfortable, because you're like, how am I going to get out of this? And then when you do, it's awesome. It's fun. Yeah.
Even if it's bad, we're unlike stand-up. If you're caught going, oh, how do I get out of this? It's not funny to watch. It's not painful.
Funny. It's sad. Like, you want to hug when you get off the stage. You just want to hug the person. Like, I'm sorry this happened to you.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that again once everything opens back up. Do some stand-up. I
always practice write it this or that, and I'm like, oh no, I can't say that. That's the other thing. I'm like, I am edit it. I'm like, funny me is mean.
It's when we do the dark invention thing, I guess we can do the real. We can take the lock off the cage.
Oh God.
Yeah, you do have to. We are keeping this somewhat PG-13 for the masses, but I guess we can get
barely. I was gonna say, I'm like, oh, do we get one F word?
Yeah, just
make
one.
it count. Yeah.
But we did start high with a movie about a guy sucking stuff into his butt. That movie was 13.
Kirby style.
Kirby. Just the wind is sucking in and everything. You see the lines from the wind.
Oh God.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that's burned onto my retinas for all time.
It's good. It's a good movie. In a weird sense.
In a horrible way. It's a movie that you're watching and you're just kind of like, people made this.
Someone said, "Yo, let's put some money together and make this happen."
Yep.
And someone said, "Okay."
Yeah.
Like, you can read the script first. Like,
it's like there's some movies that are you watch and it's like The Room. It's the Covenant, where you're watching the whole thing and you're just like, you're thinking of the sheer number of people and the money involved in making a movie.
Like, this guy had to get like permits and stuff to film. And
I'm like sitting there, I'm like, what's the best boy doing?
Like, is this? I wonder if this movie's catered. Like, like someone spent, but it could work out in the end for you and be cool. You become a cult classic.
Yeah.
So that's what happened with The Room. I mean, horrible movie, but
there's a making of documentary and a dramatized making of movie starring James Franco.
Who would have thought, from making a terrible movie, you're now globally known?
Yeah, James Franco playing someone weirder than himself,
which is
its own achievement.
Yeah, and like, that movie should have never left your Adobe Premiere. Like, that movie should have never made it off your computer. But
we're all glad it did.
We're all
glad. Yeah. No.
It's inspirational. It makes me want to do my movie now.
Yep. Like
So
anything you watch and it gives you such confidence in yourself, and you walk away from it with a wow, anything can happen
I can make
kind
a
of.
movie with the right. If I
Exactly.
can have enough friends with enough time to waste. I watched a movie called House Shark last week about a shark that just stays in a person's house and then comes out the toilet. I don't even know who told him. Like, if I had a friend bring that to me, I'd be like, yo, we can't be friends anymore, man. I'm sorry.
That's less that's even I've that's crazier than Sharknado.
Yes,
To
it's
say like
crazy than a
that's less
Sharknado.
plausible than a Sharknado.
Yes, the shark coming out your toilet.
Yeah. Oh.
So
I feel like that was like an Are You Afraid of the Dark episode.
that could have been one. I don't know. They might have ripped off Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I was gonna say that sounds like something that would give a child an irrational fear.
Yeah, you just see like the fin coming out
Toilet
the toilet
shark.
and going back in. And you're like, no, I don't want a potty. There's a shark in there.
Yeah.
And then it follows you as you get older. When you move somewhere and you got a wife and kids, and the shark comes back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be my movie. A predator shark. Shark movies are always great. So a predator shark that just follows a guy.
As opposed to a vegetarian shark?
As opposed to a non-predator shark. Yeah.
I'm like, are you thinking just a carnivore, like a predator, or are you thinking like Predator, like the movie Predator kind of shark?
My shark's going to be gluten-free. He's going to be
vegan, gluten-free.
He asked before he bites anybody, it's like, hey, have you had any meat in the last, 2 days? Well, yeah. I'm going to get my vegan shark movie.
The Twilight vampire of sharks.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, God.
The vampires aren't supposed to be in the sun. Why are they sparkling? That's not cool. It's not fair. It's not fair to vampire lore.
Yep.
All right. Well, it looks like we're at the 55-minute mark.
Well, look at that.
Time is going by about just the weirdest.
We talked about sharks and poop for a lot of this, but we got some improv and theater talk and comedy. We did.
And we improv'd along the way. So
there were so many bits, guys.
What else do you want? If you do want something else, just leave it in the comments.
Yeah, tell us.
We won't do it because then that'd be prepared, and that's not improv. So
unless it's like a get,
I can use it as a get. Something very general.
Give us gets.
Yes. Yeah, leave some gets below, and we'll pull them up next show, at a show, somewhere. We'll pull them up.
Somewhere.
I will personally send you a video message with all the gets. But you got to join
just
the
show.
Patreon. Yeah. But
I was gonna say we also now have a $2 slot.
Yes.
Which is that's even less than a coffee. That's like half a coffee. You can just automatic charge that and literally forget about it. That's less than the minimum
$2
iCloud memory package. The $3 I forget about every month. Like, come on, guys.
$2. Come on. You spend more than that doing your I don't know, check your couch cushions, check like in between your car seats. You can find 8 quarters.
It's like a medium fries.
Yeah, which is delicious.
Yeah.
So if you are hurting for cash, I know things are crazy right now, but get that medium fry package.
Yeah, medium fries.
And
I believe there's Sparks on Patreon.
Sparks, yes.
Bright Invention, all of our levels are light themed. We had a meeting about it and everything, so appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Designed by Amy.
Yes.
Of course, Bright Invention member, very talented. And, subscribe to the Patreon, subscribe to the YouTube, the Twitter, the Instagram. And we're on Facebook, too. And we're everywhere. Do our shows on Facebook.
We're on TikTok.
And TikTok as well.
Yeah.
All the links are going to be down below. So click that stuff.
Click them.
And get there and follow. You're not hurting anybody. Just follow.
What are you
doing? And set the alerts, too. So you know when new stuff's happening.
Is your feed that curated? No.
No. You got how to make a cheesecake and a cat's being scared of cucumbers.
Yeah.
So
Rando's talking about improv.
Yes. Boom. The trifecta right there. All right. Well, Shea, it's been awesome interviewing you.
It's been great interviewing you.
And this has been episode 5 of ImPrOv'D by Bright Invention. Thank you for checking us out. Take care.
Yeah.
And
We'll see you in the next episode.
we'll see you next time. Peace.